Hello, everyone. Welcome to Accelerate Your Best Life. We're back with me and Zack. Just so grateful to have you this week, and I just pray you guys are tuning in, and hopefully you're going to find a nugget, maybe where you are in your life. Hopefully you're going to catch on to something that's going to help you accelerate your best life. What do you think, Zack?
I think you just said something that I don't agree with.
Uh-oh.
Not hopefully. You're going to find a nugget out of one of these videos. We have multiple now. We just got, I don't know what we'll be at by the time we post this one, but we got the 15th out just recently. So super excited about that. We'll probably be about 17 episodes by the time this one rolls out. But you guys, seriously, we put out so many episodes so far. 20 to 30 minutes each episode. You don't got to watch the whole thing. But if you're kind of feeling down, kind of feeling off, go jump into some of the old episodes and try to find a nugget, something that speaks to you, because we speak on all sorts of different topics and things and areas in our lives and in the world, and what we're learning, seeing, this, that, what's helping with us. Maybe something that we've learned might help one of you guys out. So seriously, jump through some of these videos. Stay tuned for this one because we have some amazing things to talk about. You guys, we got a nugget somewhere in here for you.
Love it. You know, and it's like accelerate your best life. I mean, we always talk about have the vision of your future. We're not going back there in the past, but you want to come back and just live right here, right now, and in the moment, and find as much joy right here, right now, because that's truly where your power is in the now moment. And it's so easy to get caught up in living so far out there or so far back there. But just know the peace, the joy, the happiness all presents itself right here in the present moment. And we just do our very best to live in the present moment. As we do these videos, you know, we discuss some things prior to kind of get an idea and a direction to go based on some of the stuff that's happened to us and how we're evolving and progressing. And, you know, it's all about progression. It's one step at a time. It's not about one leap. Right?
And every time I feel like I take a leap, I end up way farther back
right?
Leap. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, it's crazy. But a little bit about, so these videos are, I'm blessed to have Mustache Media. Zack does all the videos. He's also part of Accelerate Your Best Life, which you guys probably already know that, but we'd just like to reiterate it. But seriously, any comments, likes, subscribe our channel. Let us know how we've helped you, or maybe how we haven't. Whichever's okay. But our goal here with Accelerate Your Best Life is to help you accelerate and be a better version of yourself.
Get raw and get real with yourself.
Exactly.
But today, I don't know if you got anything else, Tommy, but I just wanted to say today, we got some really good stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about actually diving back in your past and some resources that you can do to get over some things, let go of some things, and to heal. And Tom has actually figured out a very unique approach to this. And it's actually blown my mind because in this aspect, I wouldn't expect this to necessarily help me or grow me into that next area. But it's just super amazing what Tom's recently found out. He's been diving into some of his past. This has actually helped me. I'm going to take some of this. We talked a little bit about this before we started this video up. And I'm going to take this and use this in my life to help work through some of my past problems and some things that I'm holding on to, some things I got some anger, some frustration, resentment, and that I'm holding on the inside. And it's just really good to have you, Tom, because you bring a lot of light to different areas in life. And it's really cool because depending on what age you are, that's how many years you got to dive back on healing things and letting things go and not holding on to this. And Tom, you've had over 50 years to let go and to heal.
Yep.
For me, it's only been 23, so it's been a little bit little bit of a difference for us. So I'm just going to let you take over.
Yeah, and talking about that, yeah, I've had 58 years of that to go back. You know, and it's what I've learned is I don't go back there to live because I want to thrive. But there's some things that I have to go back because relationships in my life where they are right now are based on what it was back there unless I've healed the situations and the emotions that I'm feeling in past relationships. So my relationship now is only as good as it is based on what I've been willing to let go of, to be able to heal. Because here's the truth. We've all had hurts. We've all had aches. We've all had pains. We've all had our hearts broken. We have been broken. And I've been broken not once, not twice, not three, but I've been broken many times. But it's okay to be a broken man or a broken woman, because the good news is that broken man or that broken woman can put those pieces back together and make it beautiful. Just because you're broken doesn't mean that you can't put the puzzle back together and be who you were totally created to be. Because as what I learned, and I think I told you a little earlier today, we grow from heartache.
You do, though.
We grow from pain. But what do we avoid?
I don't know, Tom. Maybe,
'Cause it hurts.
the pain.
Right?
Yeah,
Because it hurts.
it does.
Dude, it does.
It sucks.
It brings you to tears.
Yeah.
It does suck.
It brings you to your knees sometimes.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a good thing that you do get brought to your knees, because ultimately your source within you wants you to resort back to source, to the universe, to God. He wants you to attach to who you truly are. So we all know who we are.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us deny who we are. Deny, lie, whatever that is. Would you agree?
Oh, I would agree wholeheartedly on that one.
Right? And me and Zack, we've been talking about healing a lot today, and we've had some circumstances and some challenges in our lives that have brought us to talk today about that, and it just really come to me. I mean, and sometimes you've got to go way back. And if you're truly in line and in alignment with who you are, you'll know what you got to do. And why I bring this up is, and I'm gonna just share this, and I know a lot of you out there's heard about the 12-step program.
Tom, that's only for alcoholics.
It is?
Yeah.
That's what everybody thinks.
Are you bringing into this, dude? We're not all drinking. Maybe some of you.
Right? But it's kind of funny. I've really, over the last few years, really just studied the 12-step program, because the truth about the 12-step program, it's not just alcohol. There's all kinds of addictions out there. Would you agree?
Oh, I would.
Yeah. So the truth of it is, and I challenge you, I mean, just Google the 12-step program and kind of read through it. But it goes in a step-to-step process on how to grow and how to heal and become that person who you are. If you do have an alcohol problem, I challenge you to use it. If you have a drug addiction, I challenge you to use it. If you got a chocolate addiction, I challenge you to use it.
If you're addicted to anger and resentment,
I challenge you to use it. But it's so powerful. There's just so much power in it. Just the first step in itself. And this is the biggest thing I think we resist, is admitting our wrongs. It's not an easy thing to do, is it?
Whew. Yeah, no, it's super easy to do.
Right.
I admit that I'm wrong all the time.
Right.
I never mask it, Tom. No,
Right.
I think as humans we do that a lot. And that's something that I'm working through right now, is not throwing that mask over,
Right.
And
it's just admitting and being real and admitting that you're powerless over the addiction, or you're powerless over the hate, the anger, or whatever that is, that emotion that's not moving you forward in accelerating your best life. There's a lot of power in admitting. And then there also comes to believing that there's a power in whatever form that can help you. And that is truth. Number 3 is deciding to turn the control over to a higher power. Is that easy to do?
I love controlling things.
Right?
It's not easy
No,
to let
and
go.
it controls a crazy thing. I mean, I think that's sometimes it gives us, as it gives us, we feel power when we are trying to control situations.
You feel in control when you're trying to control, right?
But are you?
No, you're
Right?
really
And
not.
it's really taking your energy.
Yeah.
Right? So admitting to higher power oneself and another person of your wrongdoing, whatever that is in your heart that you feel is there. It's just worked for me, and the reason I'm reading these out is I had a buddy share this with me that was a 25, 26, it's probably 27 years now sober,
Wow.
and he was an alcoholic. But as we've talked, and he's a very good friend of mine back from high school, but he really led me on to this and shared how it served him, because it did. And I saw it through his example. And we've talked about it many times that that's the only way he ever overcome his struggle with alcohol, is allowing a higher power to have that control, because he could never have did it himself.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
Powerful, yeah.
So I'm just kind of going to leave there. I'll just kind of go in there. Just Google the 12 steps, kind of follow that pattern, mix it for yourself, and see if there's anything in there for you to heal some of your past wounds. Because I promise you, there are some stuff back there that you're going to have to go and revisit depending on your circumstances. If you got a relationship that's challenging right now, there's a very good possibility what's going on in that relationship right now is something that you haven't healed back here from another relationship. Kind of sounds crazy, does it?
It did at first.
Right.
But then when you kind of dive into it and think about it for a minute, it's like, well,
Right.
shoot, maybe I am acting
Right.
this way because of a past thing or because of this relationship, and that's why I'm acting like this in this relationship.
Yeah.
There's a lot in that, and I appreciate you opening my mind to that, you know?
Right. And that's really what we're trying to, with Accelerate Your Best Life, is really to open the mind and maybe think a little bit different than we used to, because we are creatures of habit. And over the years, in 58 years, I've created a whole lot of shitty habits
Yeah.
that really don't work for me. But I kept doing them, kept doing them, kept doing them. But I finally got to a point in my life, 5, 6 years back, that I had to surrender. And I come to realize that I had to unlearn everything that I had learned and recreate new habits that would serve me for my higher good to get me where I want to go.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, it was just like you were saying earlier before we started this video. There may be people out there that are also holding on to another version of you, a person that you had acted out of body, maybe a fight, maybe saying certain things, maybe being a certain way that you're not this person anymore. You've changed a bit, right? And with that, I just think that it's really important for you to dive into that person and to acknowledge how you've been to others and who you've been to others, and maybe there's some people you got to text or call, and maybe it's a piece in you too that you don't realize you're holding on to, but to ask for, or maybe not ask for forgiveness, but to let them know that you're sorry for being this person. And it's not that you need to get that, oh yeah, I forgive you, but it's to let that go, but also to maybe help this person move on from that person that you were. Hey, Tom, I'm super sorry that we got in this really bad fight this last couple weeks and we haven't been so and so, and I just wanted to let you know that that's not really who I am, and I'm sorry that I acted like that. I hope you can forgive me. And
Right.
Tom's like, wow, I that's the Zack I wanted. That's the Zack I want to see. That I
Exactly.
appreciate that. Thank you. I let go of those feelings. Just some things like that. Maybe it's a past relationship, and you acted completely out of body, or trying to control someone, or being someone that you're not. And maybe it's that. Maybe a little bit of that emotion, or just that bit of your past you're holding on to, and it is rolling into the new
Hmm.
relationship. My biggest thing is, I just encourage you, if you feel like you've been, and I know I have, and there's some people that I need to reach out to and apologize, that I have been out of body with certain people, or not exactly there, not exactly being the person that I know I can be and who I am today. And because I am this person today, I know I have the power to reach back out to these people and let them know that's not me. I'm sorry, that's who I was, but this is me today. And I just had to get this off my past. So I just wanted to let you
Yeah.
know.
It's for you, not them.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But seriously, I mean, and I'm not the best at relationships. Obviously, I've had my share of divorces and struggles. But as what I found was, based on past relationships, if your relationship's struggling right now, be open to the possibility the reason it is struggling is because there's something you haven't let go of. There's something you might be holding on to from a relationship in the past. I'm not saying go back there and linger in it, but self-author yourself to get to clarity of wherever the relationship is. If it's challenging, there's things that you can do within yourself to heal, to make that your relationship now better. And maybe you're out there and you're on the cusp of ending a relationship, but maybe take a look at something like that. If you want to hang on to that, there's still time. You don't have to make a decision right now, but we're just throwing ideas out there to help heal individually. As we heal ourselves, we want to help you heal to be that version, the best version of yourself, right?
No, and I agree wholeheartedly. We probably need to tape this pillow up to
Right, it
something
keeps
at
getting
some
out of the way,
point.
but I'm pretty good at poking it in.
Oh, I love it.
But, accelerate your best life. We're going to go deep, and you're going to have to get raw and get real with yourself if you choose. But to get to the vision of your future where you really truly want to be, you're going to have to get raw and real with who you are.
And I gotta say, with getting in all this and doing all this, that getting raw and getting real with yourself, it takes you to a whole nother level of self-awareness that I didn't even know that I have, and that I still continue to work on daily. It's been over 8 months since really kind of getting involved in this and doing this stuff with Tom, and I'm not the person that I was last year. I'm not the person that I was even 2 months ago. It's crazy the level of self awareness that I've grown to have, and it's all by getting raw and real with yourself and being able to have those conversations with you and even with others, and being vulnerable with yourself, because if you can't with others, you got to at least be with yourself. And if you can be that with yourself, I can promise you your confidence is going to start stacking, getting bigger, getting better day by day. But you got to take that action. I saw something recently. I got to think of how it's worded. I haven't seen the show, but it comes from the show. I think it's called BoJack Horseman, and there's a scene where he's running and he's like, "I hate this. This sucks. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. This sucks. This sucks. I hate this." And I can't. I don't know why he's exactly running, but he falls on the ground. He's out of breath. He's like, "I hate this. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore." And this guy comes up and says, "It gets easier. And he's like, "What?" And he's like, "It gets easier. It doesn't, but it does. You have to get up and do it every day, and it will get easier. It's not easy to get up, but it gets easier as you keep doing it. I don't know if exactly that message makes sense.
But it's true, because you have to keep getting up.
You have to keep getting up. You have to keep going. And as you do it, like for me, my days have gotten so much easier. The hardest part is getting up. The hardest part is getting up. But once you get past that, it gets easier. It gets easier. You got to put the action in. You got to do it. You got to do it. But it's going to get easier to keep doing it. It's going to keep getting easier to doing it. One last thing that I'll just share, and then I'll let you take off with it. But action will take you out of doubt, and doubt will take you out of action. Tom shared that with me a couple weeks ago. And every time I start getting into my head, I quickly think, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Because I don't like being in doubt. I'd rather be in that action, you know?
Exactly.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome. And it's true. Doubt will take you out. But the key is, how do we believe? The key is really believe in your vision of your future and where you're going. A lot of you don't believe. That's why you are stagnant. That's why you live more back here. Because you don't believe that you deserve. Maybe you're still feeling guilty. Maybe you're still a little bit angry. Maybe you're still a little bit wounded, a little bit hurt. But it's okay to surrender and be vulnerable. Like you said, and I'm just going to, there's some tools that I learned a while back, and I'm just going to share them. And if you want to write them down, go ahead and write them down. But the first one is first tool you have is to love. Love and care. That's a big deal. That's the tool you have as you open yourself up away from the anger and the hate and all that. You can't have love and hate together. It's either one or the other. The second one's trust. So you got love, you got trust. The next one's going to be a tool of compassion. Love, trust, compassion. Number 4, we've talked about it a little earlier, vulnerability. How hard is that? That's a tough one, isn't it?
It is super tough.
Love, trust, compassion, vulnerability, humility. How about that one? That's a tough one. To be humble.
Oh, it is.
But then I started with love. I like to use gratitude and love kind of in the same sense at first. So you got gratitude, you got love, you got trust, you got compassion, you got vulnerability, and you have love, trust, compassion, vulnerability, humility. Pretty powerful tools, but it's hard to have all them at once. So just work on one, a little here, a little there, a little there. Just use them as tools to grow into who you are. They're spiritual attributes of who we are.
Oh, that's true.
And we all have it in us. It's just a matter of we got to shed that skin of the snake.
And I agree.
Yeah.
But all those are super powerful words too.
Right.
So I do appreciate you sharing that.
Yeah, and it's just the ultimate goal here is to accelerate and be the best people we can be and overcome adversities, overcome struggles. We all have them.
Yep.
They're never going to go away. Just get uncomfortable and find joy in the journey.
And that's all we can really ask for. Right? Yep. Well, you guys, you got anything else, Tommy?
Nope, but just hopefully threw some nuggets out there, maybe take a look at. So all we're doing is molding our own clay to become the best people we can be with a vision of the future, staying away out of the past, but living right here, right now in the present moment.
Yep.
How's that?
Oh, so good. So freaking good, man. I just appreciate you and all the things that you bring to this show. And most importantly, I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Me or them?
Oh. You.
Hey, thank you. I do.
There's a reason why we're together here.
No, and there is. There 100% is. But we most importantly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for watching this. If you're at this part, you've watched this till the end. So thank you so much. We truly and wholeheartedly appreciate it. There is a light at the end of that tunnel. I can promise you that, and you are going to find it. Thank you so much for watching. If you got a nugget out of this video, we just ask that you share it around to your socials and let people know about the Accelerate Your Best Life me and Tom. We are just trying to grow this page, trying to grow that much more, and trying to grow a community with it. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We will see you guys in the next video.
Thank you. Have a great day.